Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your July 2023 general monthly reading for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for checking out my channel, my readings. And for those of you that are returning viewers and subscribers, I absolutely adore each and every one of you. Your playlist is up here. Make sure you check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Your playlist will have all the Aries readings, monthly, weekly, bonus, whatever I got for you, they're all up there. You could find the playlist at the end of the reading as well. And let's see what's going on for you guys. July 2023, beginning, middle, and ending of the month. You can feel free to break up the month however you see fit. You know, break it up into thirds is a lot easier here. Let's see what the energy oracle has for you guys. Ooh, too many. All right, first chakra, Archangel Michael, goddess of the moon. We do have a full moon at the beginning of the month, the buck moon. These kind of flew out in reverse. So strategy, adjacent possibilities, door to value. You know, none of my cards are in reverse in any of my decks. So when they do flip out in reverse, it does have a very strong and significant meaning for you. It could be like failure to plan, to be open to receiving several, you know, options, possibilities, you know, other ways of doing things, seeing things, manifesting things. The door to value can also feel like maybe like there's a bit of a money loss here. A sense of not appreciating your own worth, the worth of certain relationships, or appreciation for certain connections, relationships, things of that nature. But I do feel like if you feel that there's a little bit of narrow-mindedness here, you're not seeing all the possibilities that are available to you or can be at one point or another. You're not taking that into consideration when you're making future plans for whatever it is that you are trying to plan for your future, be it family, be it business, career, finances, trying to secure a better future for yourself. If you're in a relationship or have children, it could be for that as well. And especially if there is someone who's newly graduated, right? Graduating or certified from a specific program. Certification could be grad school. I mean, you could have children that graduated high school. You could be planning for your children to go to high school or college, but apply it to your situation. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And so here we go. Indecision, which is kind of like Two of Wands and Two of Swords type energy. You do have the Two of Swords here in your reading towards the end of the month. However, this indecision is popping up like towards the beginning of the month. Feels like it can linger towards the end as well, because it feels like you're kind of at a standstill about something, about moving on to something, about leaving something, moving into the next chapter, the next phase of your life. Also, I feel like there is this energy of you've outgrown your surroundings. You've outgrown, could be your job, career, maybe your workplace, you've outgrown them. It's time for you to spread your wings and fly. For some of you, it could be, you know, your apartment needing a bigger place. Maybe you're combining households, right? You and a partner moving in together, because the card of contract as well as the Justice card in the same row, middle of the month, you know, you could have upcoming court dates, you know, probation, mediation, child support, all of those types of legal issues that are popping up towards the middle of the month here, especially if you are a mother figure. You're thinking about how to best benefit your children, your family, and then some, right? The contract card with the Justice card. I mean, clearly, I'm definitely going to pull a couple additional cards here. It does feel like clearly there are some legal issues or, you know, legalities, or I'm seeing like legal strings attached to something in particular. or something you have to consider when moving forward into something, right? Could also feel like it's time to bring justice to a specific situation. If you've been at odds with someone or a group of people, be it friends, family members, or, you know, coworkers, employees, things of that nature, there is this very strong and sudden need to make things right, whether by other people involved in the situation or you with them. It's like, all right, how can we make this work? Let's leave, you know, bygones be bygones. Let's, whether we agree to disagree or whether we can come to some sort of conclusion here. And also, I feel like there is this energy of compromise, not where you're compromising yourself or your ethics or your morals, but rather, how do we get a win-win out of this situation? How do we meet each other halfway? Okay. Can also be surrounding like a mother figure or money, finances around that. You have a fifth chakra archangel Gabriel here as well. So if you are having a really tough time communicating with someone, you're afraid that they won't listen to you, you may be afraid that it could lead to disagreements or uncomfortable conversations. I do feel that with the fifth chakra archangel Gabriel, non-denominational, you know, you can definitely call on to Archangel Gabriel for some support to clear any blockages in your throat chakra, to make sure that you are feeling grounded, safe, secure, supported, enough to speak clearly and to speak your truth and not be afraid to speak your truth. And just like you expect someone else to be open to receiving whatever, you know, contract, agreement, or disagreement, or, you know, meeting of the minds here type mediation to take place, the universe is reminding you it goes both ways. Remember to also be open to receiving, open to listening, whether that's receiving information or communication. It can't just be a one-sided contract or a solution, right? I keep hearing this has to be a win-win or it's not going to work. So it's important for everybody to, you know, put everything out on the table. In other words, these are my deal breakers and what are your deal breakers and how can we work around these things so that there are no mistreating of each other's boundaries, especially when it comes to a relationship or relationships surrounding family. Quite a few signs have gotten this one. This is trustworthy guidance here. So you will be receiving some sort of trustworthy guidance. Could be legal advice as well, or, you know, some sort of legal guidance or guidance towards a legal situation. You also have the card of Ocean here from the daily guidance of the angels. Let me pull a couple Kipper cards here. By the way, I'm testing out a new mic. Let me know if the sound is okay, if I should try a different mic. You know, let me know if this sounds better than previous readings. Down below, I really do appreciate your feedback. Okay, so the card of indecision and contract, you have the card of Lovers. So it could be whether or not you decide to get married to someone, or whether or not you decide to get divorced, separated. You know, this could also be wanting to get married, but maybe you've been down this road before, and so you're like, okay, this time I'm going to do it right. We need to have a prenup. We need to have, you know, all these things in place. Or like you could be discussing living wills, trusts, especially if you have children or property or assets that need to be protected and, you know, handed down to the right people if and when anything were to ever happen in a marriage, in a relationship, or just overall in your life, right? You could also be you know, going through some sort of legal issue in regards to, and this is a very specific message. It's not for everyone. But if somehow there was some sort of love child, okay, I'm not saying you have one, I'm not saying your partner has one, but there is some sort of love child energy coming up right now. So that's either affecting you one way or another in your relationship, in, you know, your partner's past relationships, or around your family, that's affecting you or affecting your family relationship. I'm hearing very clearly that if there is a fight over, you know, assets or probative energies, probative cases, someone coming in stating that they are the child of so-and-so and they're wanting their fair share as well. And I feel like they're getting a lot of pushback. They're needing to prove whether or not that they are who they say they are, right? I get the feeling that this is some sort of decision that's going to have to take place outside of court, because I do feel like someone here has a very, very strong case to not allow this person any share of the assets, and any decision to share of assets, and I'm getting this very clearly, is going to have to be between family members. Like, we all each get our share. Let's kick this person down a couple of this, right? And I feel like there is a lot of pushback. Everyone's at odds. Like, no freaking way. There's no way we're gonna, you know, share any of what we inherit or whatever to this person. We don't even know this person, even if the DNA comes back, right? It's like pretty complicated here. And like I said, this is very specific for someone, and Spirit is giving me some pretty, you know, detailed info here. So hopefully this message gets to the right person, even if it's not you dealing with this, but you may know someone who is. This may be a message you may need to relay to that person, because that's how the universe works. That's how Spirit works. We all become a spirit guidance and messengers one way or another, right? So the beginning of the month, you do have the Page of Wands, the Death card, and the Judgment card. I mean, overall, your major arcanas for the entire month, the Death, the Judgment, Justice, and the World card. Very strong energy for you, Aries. You know, the Death card, that is strong Scorpio energy, but that's also like death and rebirth. That is like news of things being changed, things, you know, taking on a new chapter, turning the page, and like not even turning the page for like, oh, a new chapter, but more like a new life, because you have the Judgment card here. It's like not just turning over a new leaf, but being able to start a whole new era for yourself, right? Whatever era you're moving into in your life, if this is a healed part of your life that you're about to move into, if this is, you know, for some of you, this is your villain era. For some of you, this is your like, I'm the baddest bee of them all, and I'm gonna boss up, I'm gonna level up, and everyone's gonna see me coming up. Then that is the era you're moving into. So what is your era, Aries? What are you moving into? Because I do feel like things are changing for the better for you. And I get this sense of you feeling very, very safe, grounded, and secure in a current situation. If you're not feeling it yet, I do feel that by the end of the month, you'll be able to reflect on the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that has gotten you to this point, and knowing that you've already, you know, accomplished a lot. You know, you've gone through certain hurdles and you've been able to get through it. And it's almost as though the universe is saying, I know it's been tough, but you made it this far. And trust me, just above the hill, the sunrise is there, and everything is going to be so much better. If you are looking at a second chance at love, or at certain relationships that perhaps there's been strife, discord, or a distance from each other, no communication, I do feel like there is this energy that is going to come through this month, especially towards the beginning of the month. It's really going to help bring in some sort of healed energy between the two of you, and much more, or like a group of you, much more openness as well, to be open to listening and, you know, feeling and healing and working together, right? The card of relationship says your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. regardless of what it is, or, you know, what denomination you may follow, or if you're just spiritual, not religious, it's still okay. You can look towards the energies of the universe, your higher self, spiritual energy, whatever it is that you believe in, it will still apply to you. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. And like I said, I do get this energy of, can we start all over? Can we hit a big reset button? Can we just, you know, let the past stay in the past, because so much has changed and I'm ready and willing and able to make this work however we can, if we are able to. And I do feel that there will be, you know, a time for you to compromise, and whether it's agree to disagree, or just be more respectful or cordial towards each other, or maybe try to take baby steps to move towards something, because the Three of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles at the middle of the month, a very strong Libra and Virgo energy here as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is Libra's energy, and you have strong Libra here. You could have that in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo Libra season could be significant, right? So that's like September. September could be significant for you as well. You may be receiving legal advice from, you know, someone about getting this resolved by that time of the year. So you have the card of trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So whatever that may be, if you've been thinking of setting up a play date, if you've been thinking of, you know, meeting with people that maybe there hasn't been any comfortable communication in quite some time, I do feel that there will be an opportunity for things to take shape in a much more positive way. And I don't feel like there's any of that resentment energy that's been building up. I feel like enough time has maybe passed for you guys where maybe you can get together, meet each other, discuss things freely and openly, and not have to have any type of argument. What is this contract and justice card about? So you've got the card of thoughts. I feel like this is something that you have been thinking about, but it feels twofold. It feels like not only have you been thinking about them, but they have also been thinking about you in terms of resolving whatever issues there have been weighing on you both, on both parties, is, you know, stemming from the past. False person. So this could be, you know, someone who people are not very keen on trusting. Maybe there's been some accusations of, you know, someone being manipulative, or someone just wanting whatever they want. And so it feels like there is a lack of genuine, you know, of genuine care or sympathy or empathy from someone here. And if you've already tried to resolve things, you may be looking at them in a way where, do they really accept my apology? Are they sincere about wanting to work this out? Or vice versa. It could happen both ways, where you both think that of each other, and there's a little bit of you know, feeling a bit weary about whether or not that is something to be taken seriously. You know, whether you feel that about each other, them about you, you about them. I do feel like like you're both kind of treading lightly here. Yeah. But you have the card of despair. So the card of despair really does tell me is like, this shit has been going on for far too long. It's time to come to a resolution about it. It's time to, you know, leave the past in the past and figure out what's the most fair and just way of approaching this moving forward. And so what is the outcome here when it comes to the contract and the justice card? So you go from the Page to the King of Cups, Nine of Cups, I like that, and Page of Swords. So There could be some sort of energy here where there is someone else involved that's been kind of the mediator, who's been, you know, here like, well, you know, they've really changed. They really want to make this work. You know, could be like a middle person, like a friend, a family member, someone who you trust, who's very unbiased, who's like, listen, I'm trying to pull both parties here and to come to an agreement. I do feel that there will be some sort of sincere apology made or something like it, right? If there is no need for apology, but rather, you know, a communication that will lead to feeling like, listen, it's been a long time. I really want everybody just to be happy. Let's just make amends, bring everyone and everything together, and let's just get back on the drawing board of where we need to be. I do feel like towards the middle of the month, that is going to be like your biggest impact here. It definitely starts off that way in the beginning of the month. It could take some time, like a week or two, as we move in through the rest of the month. But by the end of the month, I do feel fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel with the World, Two of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. There's a little bit of that stubborn energy here. You could be planning a trip to the lake, to the beach, to the ocean. I do feel like maybe there is this feeling of, hey, let's go camping, or let's get together, let's go picnic, let's go barbecue, let's go hiking, like the energy of being outdoors, either near water, near a body of water. But in any case, it feels like there is that energy of, let's come together and make amends and try to fix this, try to resolve this. There will be plenty of communication that will happen throughout the month, but where I feel like your strongest resolution will be, where doors will open for you, it's looking like towards the end of the month. It feels like the initial energy is, yeah, okay, let's let this go, let's leave this alone. But then you've got the Two of Swords and Nine of Wands. And this is the energy of someone who's not ready to let shit go. Someone who's still holding on to, you know, resentment or past issues. Someone who feels very battle wounded, who's like, I know the right thing to do is to resolve things. I know the right thing to do is to make this work or make amends, but I just can't. I can't. I don't know if I can forgive and forget. I'm hearing that very clearly. And it feels like you're just kind of immovable at this time, or there is someone involved here who is in that energy. And the energy of sudden wealth is here. Going back to the love child energy, right? Could be that you feel like there's some sort of obligation to this person, like it's the right thing to do, but especially if there's money that is to be inherited. But then it's like, I don't know, this feels like a betrayal. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't think it's right. Maybe if they were meant to be part of the, you know, living will or trust, they would have been a part of it, right? And so, again, legal advice comes very, very important to you at this time. Now, if this is in a different situation, the Two of Swords and the Nine of Wands, sudden wealth. Someone here has come into some big money. They're not letting people know. They're keeping it to themselves. They're not letting friends, family know. It's just kind of like a very rare, you know, one or two people may know. There is this energy of sudden wealth that is coming through, and you're like, okay, if we are on the path of fixing things and we are in better communication here, is it a good idea to let them know that, you know, I've come into some money, or that, you know, I'm making really good money, or that there's this sudden wealth that's come in for me? I feel very strongly that there is a part of you that wants everyone to be like one big happy family, 10 of Cups. But I also feel, and look at that, the Justice card again. I feel like you know what the right thing to do is. You don't need any additional advice. once you've made amends and you feel safe and secure in this relationship or connection, where you feel secure enough to say, oh yeah, by the way, I came into some money and this is where we're at, and you know, this is what my plans are, what I'm doing. And I feel like there is a little bit of that feeling of, are they going to hit me up for cash? Are they going to want me to do this or that? You know what I mean? And it feels like you're going to know what the right thing to do is, and the answers will come to you quite clearly. So the card of the ocean, the deep blue sea, speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. I do feel that if you are planning maybe like a family trip, or, you know, a little bit of a powwow with friends, family members after you've made amends, bringing people together, going camping, going to the beach, maybe it's like a beach day or a picnic. It does feel like it's really going to be a very positive and endearing connection here, where everyone's just going to be getting along. I feel like it's time for people to drop their walls and, you know, negative energy and animosity. Like, you're just done with it. And it's very good that you're setting very, very strong boundaries for those that definitely need it. You have the card of Dolphin. Speaking of water, maybe you're going to like a water park, or a water amusement park. Like in California, we got SeaWorld. I don't know where else those types of, you know, amusement parks there are. But this card says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Look at that with the sudden wealth. Could be, I'm hearing you could have royalties. Someone here has some sort of royalties, or maybe you've been sitting on an idea or a product that maybe you started off a long time ago, but never really gained any type of popularity. And for whatever reason, it's now become a bestseller or like a big seller. Something that you've offered in the past that you kind of, you know, put away. No, you know, it didn't sell very well. Now all of a sudden everyone's asking you for it. It feels as though that is something that is about to hit pretty big and make you some really good money. You also have the card of Claw. Be careful, do not take risks. You have the card of the Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You also have the card of Apple. Temptation will test you. The card of Basket, recognition, reward for merit, and Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Listen, the big, I love this. I love this. Financial gain and sudden wealth. I mean, I'll be in Aries just for that, you know. I love this energy. It really does feel like it's going to have very strong energies of resolution, making amends, bringing people together, and finally feeling like you can breathe without any type of pain or hurtful times or animosity between you and another, or, you know, one group against another, a big family situation. I do feel like things will fall into place the way they should be and at the right time. I love this for you, Aries, because I feel like this has been a long time coming, but things are going to be looking up as you move into the following month. Speaking of which, I feel like pulling a preview card here. Give me 2 cards for August 2023. I have not done this for any other sign, but I feel like you're going to end it on a high note. But I want to see what the energy is for you moving into August. Yeah, look at that. The Empress. Ooh, I was right about that. Let me tell you. The Empress and the Chariot cards, 2 major arcanas. This is a little bit of a foreshadowing or a highlighting the energy of the month of August for you. So take that as it resonates. Receive that, accept that, comment down below. Absolutely love the Empress card and the Chariot card. Both being major arcanas means this is the strongest energy for you moving into August, right? The Empress meaning where you plant your seeds will absolutely grow, be abundant. This could also be, you know, healing a mother wound. This could also be healing relationships with a mother. This could be you becoming becoming a mother, or you've, you know, got a baby mama, right? And the card of the Chariot really does speak of, you know, success, regardless of how maybe sometimes you feel unprepared for the next chapter of your life. Honey, it is coming, but it's going to be really, really good. Feels like really it feels like a big rush of energy that's moving through your summer, and I love it for you, Aries. Have a great rest of your month. Remember, your weeklies are back, so make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. Your playlist is here. Whatever other reading I have is here for you. If I have any open and available dates for readings, the link is in the description box down below. Have a great month. See you soon. Take care. Bye.